Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus again, and I'm out here in the wind. I hope the wind does not cause too much disruption for me to be heard. I was thinking about sharing with you because I heard several instances mentioned on social media about the overcrowdedness of prisons and jails and how these inmates are vulnerable to this virus. And I don't know if it's being given that much consideration. I'd like to think that it would be given that kind of consideration, but when I think about the population of the prisons and I think about how these people have been so disregarded till it's kind of hard and complicated to think about some real emphasis being placed on whether they're getting the proper health care or not. Not only that, also if people really care about whether they do or not. Well, it's really something to contemplate, ladies and gentlemen. I was just thinking about the number of people who are hungry. The farmers, the small farmers who play a major role in providing food for our population. They are suffering. Money, they say, are going to corporations and not the small farmers. And we know, man, oh man, oh man, they talked about a $15 hike in prices. By the time this thing is over, $15 will be just like five. Already like five. We're talking about the people that's in some cities more than others, lined up around blocks for miles waiting to get food because of the shortages. And I'm sure other items as well. We think about the people who are homeless, who you just put together in some shelter. Oh man, it's just pathetic the way we treat one another. Ladies and gentlemen, as I think about and observe, and I'm sure you are doing this as well, we're seeing some major problems of our country. Maybe we hadn't given that much thought to, especially considering this virus. I mean, it's grabbing anybody. Woo. And doesn't matter how much money you got, it'll get you. So, make a long story short, ladies and gentlemen, they say we got about 330 to 50 million people in this country. 300 million. 350 million. Of that number, according to Google, we got about 540 billionaires. I mean, they wouldn't fill up a corner. Google also says you got 11 million. Now, 11 million is not a lot, but it sounds like a lot for people who don't ever come anywhere close to 540. Well, they say 11 million millionaires. 11 million millionaires, 540 billionaires. That leaves approximately 330 million of others. Now, there could only be one God that did something like that. And that's the God on the top. Now, where that God is, I really don't know. I mean, it's spread it all over the place. So I don't know where it is, but I do know But that doesn't make any sense, especially to people who know the truth, especially to the people who got a God that loves them, especially to a people who know that this God created this earth for them so that they could walk on it, live on it, do all the things we do on it. We knew that they would need certain resources for survival, and so set it up so those resources would be made available. Those other resources just for pleasure and kicks and all other things you can justify using them for. Put them there from the beginning of time to exist throughout eternity. Whether it's in the earth, on the earth, above the earth, whether it's seen or unseen. Magnificent. And ladies and gentlemen, everything that is required to take from these resources, everything that every human being would ever want to take advantage of, a little bit of each of that knowledge has been planted. That desire has been planted in each and every last one of us. Different things that we would like to do. Some of us want to build houses. Some of us want to build highways. Some of us want to clean ditches. Some of us just want to wash dishes. But it doesn't matter what you do, because it's participating in the creation of all of the goods and services that we, the people, are using God's love to provide to one another. And not a single human being in America or anywhere on the globe who practice these principles would ever be hungry, would ever be homeless, would ever be without health care, would ever be without education benefits, would never, my friends, have to worry about suffering from anything that's essential for survival. And that all things that's created by the hands of men belong to all men. And when I say men, I'm talking about women too. And all you got to do is need it, want it, or desire it, and go through the process, which will be made clear and known. You know, we have to make some changes there. But you are not limited. Nobody is limited by money. You can't get this because you don't have money. Even the rich, even the millionaires and the billionaires are not limited. They can steal. The only problem is, you know, it won't be as much fun to them now, maybe, because you're having fun too. So the power that they had, they won't have it anymore. They're just one with us. We're all one. And we can all do what we want to do. That's why we are living. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just told you a big old sack of good stuff. Now, ain't nowhere in the world you got any business going to some polls thinking about Donald Trump, going to some polls thinking about Joe Biden. Now, you don't know my name, and I'm not specifically running for office. I've mentioned it a couple of times, but nobody's caught up with that. So I'm asking each of you to go to the polls. And if you can concur with what I'm just sharing with you, then you write your name. That's just what you want. And I guarantee you it's better than anything the Republicans or the Democrats can offer. So put your name on it. And at the end of the day, all of those of you who have put your name and said that the system's way was over, and that by signing your name you were indicating that you wanted a new way whereby all of us are taken care of. Hey, baby, we'll take it from there. Who's we? It's all of us. Never any individual outside of 349. 99. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. I just wanted to share with you some thoughts that's been on my heart ever since I've been living and been knowing. And now seems like the better time than any time in my lifetime for this to happen. Because all of us on earth, all of us in America for sure can see how weak we are, how destitute we are. We can see, walk down our streets and see how torn up they are. When we used to imagine that they would be beautiful. You would go to the cities to get out of the country because the cities were so fine. Well, that used to be, but these cities are falling apart. Why? Because some people are stealing everything that they can get their hands on and not doing anything back. So we're going to stop that. Love you.